Hello, I'm Philip Brunelle, Artistic Director and founder of Vocal Essence and organist choir master at Plymouth Congregational Church in Minneapolis. Each day, I have selected a composer who has had a role to play at both organizations. Some of the composers are from the past, some are from the present, such as today's composer, Abbie Betinis. Though she was born in Wisconsin, we do think of her as a Minnesota composer because she has lived here a number of years. Some of you may know her also because she is the MC, the greeter, the person at the Schubert Club for their concerts in the Landmark Center, their courtroom series. And she's a person with a lot of energy, wonderful kinds of style of writing. I've known her for a number of years because she's had involvement with Vocal Essence. First of all, in 2001, she was in the St. Olaf College Choir when they joined Vocal Essence for a concert at Orchestra Hall, where we sang music of Judith Bingham and Dame Ethel Smythe. Then in 2005, she joined the ensemble singers for a concert of the Mozart Mass with the St. Paul Chamber Orchestra. And in 2011, a number of choirs joined for a big, grand performance of William Balcom's Songs of Innocence and Experience down at Orchestra Hall. Of course, we've also performed a lot of her music. Vocal Essence has done 5 of them. Plymouth Congregational Church has done 3 of them. And another thing that she does, but I'll talk about that later, has to do with carols. So I asked Abbie to let me know, is there something new on the horizon? With young composers, there's always something that's coming. And she shared with me a wonderful new piece that you won't have heard because it's brand new. This piece was commissioned to honor the work of a Benedictine nun who had taught up at the College of St. Scholastica for decades. And the whole concert program was conceived around the theme, Welcome the Stranger. It's a piece with solo, but also choir, SATB, soprano, alto, tenor, bass. And the text, which in Latin, O iam migra, translates as, O now go, begins with the words, O placid night, to heavenly melodies, Scholastica calls us with pure hearts. Of course, you can look up St. Scholastica yourself and find out about her. So this piece, I'm just going to play the beginning, which gives you a little sense of what Abbie is doing harmonically. It starts with a solo voice. Then the solo comes back in and it moves on from there. Abbie also wrote a piece called At a Window. It's a Carl Sandburg poem, and it's with solo cello. You don't get that today, but I want to play the beginning of it because it's beautiful the way the first verse, which says, "Give me hunger, O you gods that sit and give the world its orders. Give me hunger, pain and want. Shut me out with shame and failure from your doors of gold and fame. Give me your shabbiest, weariest hunger." And then suddenly it changes and says, "But leave me a little love." So I'm going to play just that first part, and you'll hear where it changes beautifully into that second thought. And then we move into the second verse. Beautiful writing. She's a wonderful composer. And being a singer, she also understands the voice. So I mentioned earlier that every year she composes or arranges a carol of some kind. This is a family tradition that goes back 3 generations to her great uncle, Alfred Burt, who did a whole bunch of carols, the Alfred Burt Carol Collection. So one that we have performed here, both at Plymouth Church and Vocal Essence, is a setting that she did of In the Bleak Midwinter. And what I love about it, it moves in several different keys. So I'm going to play just the ending, the third and fourth part. We start in D major. The choir has a lot of wonderful moving parts. And then finally, with 2 soloists, it comes into the closing part back in the familiar key of F. Music of Abbie Betinis. music of Abbie Betinis. Have a wonderful day.